the creepy face paint Jericho.
Yep.
It's awesome.
Which looks good, but by the end of the match, he looks like a drag queen.
But I'm very much looking forward to that WrestleMania.
You got to give Jericho credit. He's never been afraid of, humiliating himself for the purpose of a good story. So
Jericho is willing to do just about the fact that he's going to drop the title to Naito in January. He's just too busy. He's too busy to hold the New Japan title. That's been the big argument about him being Intercontinental Champion as it is.
Hey, they have a 6-month rule, and he's done it. So he did the match with Evil.
Yep, and then he'll drop the belt to Naito, and then he'll get back on the road with the band.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there was a lot of build up, lot of face offs because everybody's. I guess this is the last big show.
I think the last house show was this morning, before Tokyo Dome.
And they were basically doing a lot of the face offs. So you had Ishii and Zack Sabre Jr. facing off. I think they were part of a 3-man team each. By the end, they were facing off each other, getting ready for their British Heavyweight Championship match. Kushida and Ishimori, they were facing off also in a multi-man match. They're gonna face for the Junior Heavyweight title. And it's just they're really doing that push, and they're doing it very well.
And they all pointed at the Wrestle Kingdom sign.
WWE, take notes.
Of course. Got to point at the sign. All right. One more piece of news before we move on to our segments here. And I'm going to call out a lot of people on. All right. Big Cass is doing autographs for a show, right?
Yep.
And he was also supposed to have a match.
Yeah. He has a seizure. And what do people do?
Rip him apart.
Do they call for help? Do they call 911? Do they try to administer first aid? No. They film it.
They whip out their cell phones.
They whip out their cell phones and start filming this dude having a... Well, good for Cass. He's okay.
Yeah, Tommy Dreamer posted the following day that he spoke with Cass, and Cass was doing well. He did confirm it was not drug-related.
He could just be prone to seizures. I mean...
Hey, one of the guys I work with, he just recently started going through issues like this out of nowhere, so it can happen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it does happen, yeah. And, I know people who...
I will admit, I was happy to hear that it was not drug or alcohol related, because I know He's been having a problem with that, or with the alcohol. So I'm happy to hear it had nothing. Hopefully it's nothing too serious and he'll be all right.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He's still a young guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still got a lot of years ahead of him, as long as he can keep his nose clean. So, yeah, I don't want to tear any.
Well, fortunately, we're in a good position there.
Yes.
To see him with a long career.
Right.
Alrighty. So what we're going to do here, guys, is we're going to take a short break. And when we come back, we're going to get to our segments here at the Club Kayfabe WrestleTalk. Going to take a break live. Of course, if you're listening on tape, you're probably going to not hear any break whatsoever. But we're going to take a break from our live show, and we will be back. We've got segments coming up, so make sure you stay tuned if you're listening live. Don't go anywhere.
All right, and it's time for me to give you the answer to the trivia question, which was, what was the dark match at the first TLC pay-per-view?
No idea.
Got to be somebody who's been around for a long time at this point.
One of them is still in the company.
Let's see. Dark match for the first ever TLC.
It'll make you mad.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, I got nothing.
It's R-Truth defeats CM Punk
Oh, Jesus.
with Serena and Luke Gallows.
That was back in his Straight Edge Society stuff.
Oh, yeah, wow. Straight Edge Society, because he had Luke and Serena.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I would not have guessed that. Also, Truth went over Punk, so...
And Punk had been
Well,
champion like 2 or 3 times at that point, too.
Summer of Punk hadn't happened yet. That was 2011, so...
Mm-hmm.
And you said this was 2009.
Yes, I'm pretty sure it was 2009.
Yeah.
So yes, R-Truth defeated CM Punk in the dark match.
Night.
And Serena's back working with WWE, isn't she?
I think so. I think she's working Performance Center with the Sarahs.
Hey, you know what's funny about CM Punk and his WWE career? His first Royal Rumble match was Chris Benoit's last Royal Rumble match. So that's how long Punk had actually been around in relevant to mainstream wrestling, was that. And Benoit, I mean, that was 2007. And they were both in that match. Because they were both victims of the Great Khali's infamous, just gonna throw everyone over. Which was stupid, but is what it is. Alrighty, so that was our trivia question of the week. Be another one next week, and I want to give a shout out to all of our Patreons, especially Glenn, Andrew Whitaker, and Jeff Trelowitz, and Jay Winger. Now, Jay Winger gets his very own segment called the Positivity Zone. We're going to talk about something positive, and it's Dan's turn. Dan, what do you want to talk about?
My birthday. It's the greatest day.
There is no egotism in this Positivity Zone this week.
Hey, in many ways, when it comes to my birthday and Christmas, I'm still like 3 years old, brother.
That's awesome. But you know what? That's the way it should be. Because last month was my birthday, and we went to the Works in Wyomissing in Pennsylvania, which is basically a giant go-kart track and indoor arcade. It's like going to a Dave and Buster's, and they've got a restaurant and a bar and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, I'm turning 34, so I want to do something really childlike.
Something 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Something 3 or 4. So our video games and stuff. And
I mean, it's probably an extension of the fact that my living situation and stuff like that. So it's just this is the time of year where I actually get money and stuff.
Right.
And I can give people stuff back and so
you can use that birthday money to buy them Christmas gifts. You're only 10 days away from Christmas on your birthday.
Yeah, my dad's the 17th, so he's a week before Christmas Eve. So
my brother is also the 17th.
Did they ever do? Did you ever get the big present that could qualify for both? That was the only way you were going to get it.
I've done stuff like video cameras where it was my present for both from everybody. Because it's a $300 camera. That's everybody for both.
Okay.
Stuff like that. Or to get or when I got my Xbox 360, that was everybody got me a gift card, a Visa gift card. So it wasn't even a specific store.
So it's just a gift card with cash.
Yeah. So just everybody got me gift cards so I can buy a 360. Because that was when I was working at GameStop. And then I had to go everywhere to find a fucking 360. Everywhere was sold out until I got to Best Buy. Which, everyone else was sold out. All the Walmarts, all the GameStops, all the Targets. Best Buy had 500 of them still.
Isn't that always the thing, though? That there's always the one store that just has everything, and you're just like, really?
Nobody anywhere else. I went to 5 stores. Oh. That just reminds me when I was trying to get Marvel Legendary card game. I went to 20 different stores in 2 different states. I went to stores in North Carolina and New York. That was during one of my New York trips. Finally found it at freaking Barnes & Noble in New York.
Jeez.
Well, I was there for a week for a birthday or a wedding or something. So yeah. So yeah, my birthday's great because I'm still 3, despite the fact that I'm 36.
My birthday is close because my birthday is in November. I actually was supposed to be a December birthday. I was just early.
I was supposed to be late January.
Yeah, but for the birthday thing, because my birthday is close enough to Christmas, I have been able to pull that off. Where I'm like, I want something really, really big, and you can just go ahead and combine it into the two things, and I will be happy. It's happened a couple of times. I got like I think I did a couple of wrestling shows with that mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Sports games like went to a football game the one year, so it was always possible. The only thing that sucked was because I had a November birthday and I grew up in the north. It was always cold, so you couldn't always do a ton of fun stuff for the birthday. So I remember one year we actually went to like an outdoor go-kart and mini golf thing, but we went in summer, and they're just like, "This is for Chris's birthday this year," and it's like July. like yeah, it's still a couple months away, but this, dude, it's not like you can have a pool party for your birthday. Our pool was always closed by then.
Yeah,
hella closed by then.
My sister had pool parties like crazy because her birthday's in August. Yeah. So
yeah, my mother and sister are in April, so that's when like things have turned around. Even in New York, when we were growing up. So,
well, that was what was fun is because my wife's birthday's in April and our anniversary is in March, and she was like, I really want to go to Gettysburg. We chose to do it for the anniversary, and I'm glad we did because all of our pictures, all the battlefields are snow covered, which actually makes the pictures look prettier.
Yeah.
But that's the other thing. Her birthday's end of April, but sometimes in Pennsylvania, you snow around then, so.
Snowed on Mother's Day when I was in 7th grade, so.
Well, upstate New York, I mean, it's snow. We went camping in Cooperstown, New York for the Baseball Hall of Fame. We went camping in June. Snow. It was actively snowing on us. So like, but June, what the? Like, it didn't make sense. But it happens. It happens. All right. Yeah, birthdays are fun. And we hope you get the most out of your birthdays, all of you. Because now that we're all in our 30s, all birthdays are is another reminder that you're getting old.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not. I've never been a fan of my birthday. Just me. It's like I'm not a Christmas fan either. I'm not a Christmas fan either.
And some people aren't. It's not a big deal.
Nope. Just treat it as another day. I work and I live.
My favorite is just trying to go on Facebook on your birthday when the notification.
Yeah, and I woke up early for me today, and I already had like 16.
You're just like, damn. My favorite is always there's always the one person who gets you right at midnight.
Yep, my sister.
That used to be my uncle. My uncle used to call me at midnight.
And this year it was Sal. Sal Costa, the Blake and Sal show was number one.
My sister's notorious for sending me a time.
Oh, my mom used to do the freaking. She would actually message me at 1:05 a.m., which is actual birth time.
Yeah.
And be like, "You are now whatever age." I'm like, "Come on."
That's like the beginning of freaking, like the second scene in City Slickers. Is his mom calls at the moment he was born, and she gives the same speech every year, and he like lips it along with her.
Funny, you're 105, I'm 205.
So, I don't know what time I was born. All I know is I was born so early they had to rush me into Chicago because the Waukegan hospital wasn't going to be able to get a 5 to 6 week preemie.
Damn.
Mm.
So they're hauling ass on the highway into the city, and my dad's trying to follow the ambulance.
Oh, my dad got stuck behind a newspaper delivery truck when he was driving my mom to the hospital, and very infamously pulled up next to the guy laying on his horn and was pointing at my pregnant mother in the passenger seat aggressively. Oh, you know what I mean? Yeah,
man, you get stuck behind those kind of vehicles and you just don't get an opportunity to get by them. It's just the worst freaking thing in the world.
You know what the worst is going to be? If we have our first kid while we're still living here in Lancaster and we get stuck behind a horse and buggy.
Oh, God.
Emergency room.